yes to-do list or no to-do list? That is the question. I'm Pamela Henry, and today I'm going to talk about to-do lists. Last night I was at an activity and there were a group of women. We were sitting around a table chatting, and one of the women was talking about how both her husband and her daughter make this big long to-do list every day, and they can't go to bed at night until they have every single thing checked off. But for her, she feels like it just takes so much time to make this great big to-do list, and then she gets overwhelmed by it and hardly looks at it, and then at the end of the day she just feels guilty because she didn't get anything done on that list, and so she just hates to-do lists. There were some other people in the group who said, I relate with your husband. I'd like to make a big long list every day and check everything off before I go to bed. And others who said, no, I'm with you. To-do lists are overwhelming. I don't like to-do lists. But then they kind of agreed that sometimes things were falling through the cracks and sometimes they weren't getting the things done that they wanted, but they really didn't like that big long to-do list. Then they turned to me and said, I bet you're a huge to-do list person because you created this planner. I bet you do like that big long to-do list. And actually, I do something a little bit different. I do like to-dos. I think that there are three main benefits of to-dos for me. One is it helps to keep you more intentional and focused on things that are meaningful to you. So really being aware of what you need to get done or want to get done helps you to focus on those things that move you towards where you want to be. So you're less likely to be spending your time on meaningless distractions. You're actually getting some things done that are important to you. The second reason is you don't want things to be falling through the cracks. You don't want to be missing those appointments or those deadlines. You want to be able to stay on top of that. And the third reason is that it's a great feeling of accomplishment. We like checking things off. We like actually working towards and accomplishing things that are meaningful to us. So one is you want to get those important things done. Two, you don't want things falling through the cracks. And three, that feeling of accomplishment. If you do like to make a big long to-do list every day and that's working for you, there is nothing wrong with that. Do what works for you. If that's not working for you, but you are finding that you're not getting the things done that you want to get done and you'd like to be more intentional in your life, here's another option. So to-dos can be appointments and things on your schedule that need to get done, or they could be tasks that need to be accomplished. So for me, I like to put my appointments on my monthly calendar, and then tasks I like to put on this categorized task list. So once a month, not every single day, once a month, I do make kind of a big list. I do a categorized task list, and I create categories in this categorized task list that I can review what needs to get done during the month. I can just do a brain dump because it's on your mind anyway, and that's pulling energy away from you trying to remember everything that needs to get done. This helps you to be more intentional about what you want to pull into your month so you can really be moving towards those things that are important to you. So first, I look at the previous month and pull over any tasks that didn't get done last month that I want to still get done, put those into this month. So these are tasks that you don't necessarily have a specific day that it needs to get done. It just needs to get done at some point during the month. So I have different categories that I like. So for me personally, my categories are family, work, home and yard, our rental business, my church calling, and miscellaneous. So an example is like under our rental business, one of our renters is getting married, so we need to redo her rental contract and add her new husband and his 2 children into that contract. I don't want to forget about that. It needs to happen this month, so I can put that down. A miscellaneous thing, our golden retriever is expecting puppies at the end of the month. There's some things we need to get done in preparation for that. I can put that down. Different things with home and yard or work, different projects. Just brainstorm, get all of those things out, and put it onto your list. If there is a specific day that something needs to happen, let's say that one of your kids needs to sign up for a certain camp, registration is on this one day from 8 to 5, it needs to happen on that day, So I'll just flip right to my calendar to that day in my weekly layout and write it down on my to-dos for that particular day. Now I can forget about it, and when that day comes, it will show up when I need it. So this big list only happens once a month. Then once a week, like on a Sunday or a Monday, whenever you do your weekly planning, I just spend a little bit of time. At the beginning of each week, there's a spot where you can put some weekly tasks. So I will just brainstorm some things that need to happen that week. I will look at my monthly categorized list and think of anything else that I'd like to pull into this week. So this top part here I use for my weekly tasks. This bottom part I use as a menu planner and a shopping list. So I really do try to keep this list within this area, so I'm not making this list of dozens of things that need to get done that overwhelms me. I really try to pinpoint the most important things that need to get done and put it here. Then what I do is I flip to my monthly calendar and look at whatever appointments I have for that week. And then I turn to my weekly layout and I add those appointments into that weekly layout. So in my weekly planning, I just look at my monthly categorized task list, think about what I want to pull into that week, write those few things down. Then I look at my monthly calendar at whatever appointments I have for that week and add that to my weekly layout. Then each night before I go to bed, I look at that monthly categorized task list, I look at that weekly to-do list, things that I want to get done, and I think, what are the 3 most important things for me to get done tomorrow? If I could only do 3 things tomorrow, are there any of the things on this list that I can pull in to tomorrow? What are the 3 most important things? And I write down those 3 most important things. And then I also look at whatever appointments I have for that day so that I don't miss anything, so nothing falls through the cracks. So then the next morning, I wake up within my mind those 3 most important things I need to get done. So easy to remember, only 3 things instead of this overwhelming huge list. If I get those 3 things done by noon, I might want to add 3 more things that I want to get done before the end of the day. But nothing that's super overwhelming, and you want to make sure that you're focusing on those things that are most important to you. So do what works for you. If you do like to make a big long list every day and it's working for you, that's great. If that doesn't work for you, try thinking about the 3 most important things to get done that day. But do have somewhere where you can do that brain dump and get down all those things that you need to get done during the month so that you can free up that space in your brain and it's not pulling on your energy. So to-do lists are great. They help us to focus on those things that are important to us and to be more intentional with our lives. They help us to not have things fall through the cracks and to not miss those appointments and those important deadlines. And it's a great sense of accomplishment. We love checking things off. We love accomplishing things that are moving us towards where we want to be in our lives. So consider this new way of doing your to-dos. Again, this is Pamela Henry inviting you to live your life on purpose, with purpose, choosing joy in the journey today. Have a wonderful day.